Oh, hey there. I didn't know you were watching. Good morning, YouTube. It's been a good morning. I woke up and it was 5 a.m. looking outside, knowing that it's dark, that I'm awake before everybody else. That feeling does feel pretty good. You almost feel like Batman in a way. You're just like, the darkness. I am the Dark Knight. Don't mean to be super nerdy this morning, but yeah, I woke up. My wife made me a protein chocolate banana shake with one Oreo crushed in it, and it was a delight, man. You know those creamies that people get? We don't need a creamy. We were able to use our Ninja blender, and it did the job. Like, I was thinking about it, I was like, we don't need to spend $150, $200 having to get another product that the Ninja does a job. Just letting you guys know, Ninja does a job. And then, yeah, it was really nice just because I woke up with a lot of silence, not too much stimulation at all. I'm working on not being on social media too much and not to get too much in my head of having to hit the specific goal of having a post every day, because your boy needs a break. Like, I've been going ham for the last 3 to 4 months posting every day, and so we're trying to tone it down just a little bit. And yeah, I didn't think I would need this, but I've been needing like a really huge mental break with it all. Starting off the morning, I did my prayers, I did scripture study, I read a whole volume of Berserk, and the intellectual mind is feeling great. It's feeling great. Use code Josh for this beautiful pre-pump peach rings. We're getting more, so I'm excited. We're getting the orange cream flavor, so if you grew up eating those orange popsicles with the cream inside, really yummy. And on top of that, we are running out of, actually we're out of pre-workout, so we're using energy drinks. We picked this up from Costco. We're now Costco executive membership adults for so long, straight away from Costco, because I don't know, I feel like how else to explain it? I feel like I had to have a house and a family to be able to go to Costco, make it worth it. But being a bodybuilder and buying things in bulk will really benefit us. I won't tell you what oh my gosh, why can't I think about the word? What the receipt was, but it was pretty big. But good thing Paige and I, we live the bodybuilding lifestyle. We eat a lot of veggies and meat, so I mean, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. We're gonna get a back day in, and yeah, I'll just share with you what's been on my mind the last 24 hours, because I feel like with this new stage of focusing more on being an athlete and prioritizing a little bit more on the coaching side of things. I mean, I'm already prioritizing that already, but I really want to dial in to putting in more value than before, and it's gonna be money, man. The things I'm gonna be posting is gonna be a lot more authentic and unique compared to anybody in the industry, to the point where I know I'm gonna get a lot of people saying like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, or that's too much. But I cannot help but share inspiration, and if it's divine inspiration, then yeah, you can't deny inspiration. So let's get this done. Last set, 175 pounds. We're going for 10 reps, trying to keep the volume a little bit lower than usual and just keep it intense while listening to the hormoses. Come on. let's go. Let's go for wide grip.
In the beginning of my workout, at least for my warm-up, I do 10 minutes walking. And what I've been doing to really get myself locked in and to embrace silence and to be comfortable being bored and really feeling my surroundings and my emotions as a whole for the day, I've been going on a walk just outside for 10 minutes instead of doing a walk on the treadmill. I can't tell you how much it has been helping me, where I feel photosynthesis on my body and just like feeling rejuvenated, regenerated, all those growing words. I just feel really good, man. I really encourage you guys to do the same. Even if you show up to the gym, just like walk outside for a little bit for 10 minutes and then walk into the gym and just go straight to the weights. I feel a lot more to the point, because sometimes after I do a walk on the treadmill, I kind of want to like take a breather and stop, but going on a walk and then going straight into the gym, going to your first workout, it feels really good. I feel like I'm like one of those protagonists, like say I'm like in the universe Dune or even Tatooine from Star Wars, where I'm like walking outside, I feel the hot sun hitting me, and then as I approach my destination, then it's go time. We're ready to conquer a new quest, a new day, and feeling a little bit sweaty, but ready to get it done. I'm doing a lat pull down, doing 115 pounds. It's really pushing me, man. This pump I'm using, really filling up the lats. If you can see right here. Whew.
Ooh, failure, baby, failure. Wise words from Alex Hermosi, guys. I'm not sure if you guys know who that is, but he's an entrepreneur. He's the one that's behind acquisition.com, and he's working with Project with School. I believe that's like, I don't know too much about like what companies. He works with so many companies, and he's like blown up a lot lately in the entrepreneur world. But I took notes on these two quotes that he left while I was doing my last set. He says, "You are successful.
You are successful the moment you decide you are successful. Success is a process rather than an outcome." And you know, I can't even agree more. I've grown up my whole life, I feel like I've always wanted to avoid the hard way to be successful. And what I mean by that is just like, yes, success is a process. For you to achieve a specific goal, you gotta go through pain, you gotta go through hardship, you gotta be uncomfortable. And personally, I don't really like being uncomfortable. And it's part of being human. And I always had to like remind myself like, hey Josh, you gotta do this. It's the only way for you to grow, to progress, to be the father and the husband and the spiritual, godly individual that you want to become for those around you and for yourself. So you got to do the hard things. Like for me, I've always been hard on myself physically and mentally and spiritually. So I had to be kind to myself, look at myself in the mirror, say something nice, or even like give my time to think and go on these walks and sit in silence, because you know, silence, it's also hard for me to sit there because the brain, I just want to beat myself up. But I was at the hospital yesterday seeing my wife's grandfather because something just came up, and just seeing how like good spirits he was, and just checking up on us and then asking what I do as a career, because grandfather always checking in on his granddaughter, just making sure that she's being taken care of by her husband. And you know, the last few times when I spoke to him, I was in school, and when I was in school I wasn't sure if I was going to finish it, and I ended up dropping out. And so just the thought of dropping out and having to share that with not only my own family, but my wife's family, I get in my head where I feel like a failure and I feel like I'm not fulfilling the role that, the older generation, more experienced generation is wanting me to do. And plus the industry I'm in, this bodybuilding industry, it's just so much different. But going back to when you decide you're successful, like it just rolled off the tongue, man, when he asked me, hey, like, how's business? How's everything going? Like, are you still doing school? And I was straight up with him, just like, no, I'm not doing school. I'm actually a bodybuilding coach. And he's like, what does that entail? And I was honest with him. It rolled off my tongue, not in a prideful or egotistic way, but I was going off of facts of what people have said. And also just like the true belief just came out of nowhere. It just felt very divine and just aligned as if I was called to do this, and I truly believe that I am. But I told him, I was just like, I'm one of the top 5 posing coaches in the world. And when I said that, like, I just felt so much conviction and so much like and just like felt like an honor that, I beat myself so much, guys. Like, a lot of people see me to be like this great guy, but behind the scenes, like, even though I do all the studies and knowledge and I look into everything for the Olympia and judges and shapes and physiques and all the above, like, my inner child of lacking confidence just creeps in, and that's how I feel. But at this very moment when her grandpa asked me, like, how are things going, like, it was just like that true, like, future me that I want to be. And honestly, I'm currently the me that I've always wanted to be. At least when I was a kid. Who I am now is what I wanted to become, like, from 15 years old to, like, as an 18-year-old me. But hey, it's taken me till age 28 to get here. But I am fulfilled. I am living comfortably, and I am, like, Paige and I, we're killing it right now, and it's only just the beginning. So those are some thoughts right now. Just don't limit yourself, guys. Be kind to yourselves. I need to listen to my own advice. Let's get this last set, 10 reps. Come on. It's kind of difficult doing a full range of motion and stretching. I could have gotten a dumbbell, but kind of in a rush too as well, because we got some posing sessions in about a couple hours, and I like to have at least an hour and a half before I start sessions, just to make sure I'm just kind of like at Zen mode before we get in. Because when we get into posing sessions, I'm a lot different when it comes to showing my personality here with the food and the workouts. Like, when I start posing sessions, I'm like locked in. So let's move on to the next. I saw a post that was given to I saw a story where one of the TUA athletes was talking to an IFBB pro, and he was just like, hey, pro, how was your reverse diet? And the pro was just like, I don't do that shiz. And on top of that, I guess this pro, like, it is very feasible that going through a lot and doesn't look good, doesn't look healthy. Maybe there's some like negativity going wrong. And I already felt a glimpse of it just being off of plan this last Wednesday and the Wednesday before, and how it could really mess with your mind and you could get pretty depressed and everything. And then this athlete from Team TUA was saying that he was grateful to have a coach that prioritizes, having a reverse diet where we're keeping it healthy. And again, I'm grateful for Brady, because even though I may have failed and been so hard on myself,
he did see a specific win last week and the week before, and he said overall, like, I am doing good. It's just I'm so hard on myself, and I just gotta really control myself and focus more on the mental side of things and just my emotions rather than the outcome. Again, success is a process, and you know, I feel like when I did that, I felt like such an amateur. And you know, I am an amateur by status, but when I was in my peak, just doing my whole prep, I didn't feel like an amateur. My mindset felt like beyond a pro, and it goes to show that there's a lot of pros out there, guys, that aren't living an amateur pro level. So it's just like, there are pros out there. It's just like, it's a testament, guys, where just because you're a pro doesn't mean you're a professional in working out, doesn't mean you're a professional in nutrition, doesn't mean you're a professional in like being a mental coach, even posing guys. I can't tell you how many guys that reach out to a pro for them to coach them, but that pro does not know how to pose at all. For that field, you need to look for an artist, not just the status. And it's hard to find creativity. So it's like, everybody has their specialty. It is awesome though, when you have a pro who is knowledgeable in the science and everything, and who also is great at posing and is locked in with the nutrition. My coach, Coach Brady, he ain't a professional. He doesn't have the pro status, but he has those three things that I'm looking for. And I know that as we collab and as we continue to work on this foundation I have, we could achieve that someday. I just don't know when. So going back to it, guys, like, it's important who coaches you. And also, like, just because someone is coaching so many pros, you always have to kind of think about, okay, there are some genetic freaks that even if you gave them like the worst plan ever, they might actually come out super good and win anyways. So it's just like, everybody's different. There's a lot of science behind it, a lot of knowledge. And I know that Brady could get me where I want to be. I don't want to just be a pro. I want to be beyond that. And right now we're going through the mental fortitude, having to get over myself, to forgive myself, to really accept my role as a true athlete and be the level that I've always wanted to be, an Olympia level, an Olympic level type of mindset. I need to be obsessed. I want to be obsessed. I have been obsessed. Because of this off last week or two, I didn't like how it felt. So now that I've been reminded and humbled of how it is, man, I just don't want to touch that again. It's not worth it. Come on. Hey. If you're the best in the world at something, are you willing to do whatever it takes to fulfill that? All right, boys, the end of the workout. We're gonna see how this pump is looking like. I did back and shoulders, but didn't want to record everything, so this is how we're looking like, guys. I believe it's been 2 to 3 weeks since show day. Check it out, pump. Let's do a classic. Show off the back. Whew, that's it, boys. Thank you so much for watching. Gonna go have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Keeping it very simple with a paste of protein. And then after that, we're gonna get posing sessions done from 11 a.m. to, I believe the last one was at 5 p.m. So got a full day going on. Then after that, spend time with the wife and repeat this whole thing every day. Oh, and on top of that, gotta get a lot of content done for the posing, for the Instagram, and for the shorts here. So if you guys are ever interested in wanting to get more posing advice, it's all gonna be through my shorts or my Instagram. Everything here is just lifestyle and food and just workouts. So sometimes I'll throw in some posing tips, but man, we're looking pretty wide. Shoot, I'm pretty impressed. We're also looking pretty symmetrical. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, do all those good things for me and Paige. And yeah, keep being uncommon and go destroy your goals. Bye.